The piece.
Get out of here, Blue.
Yes, come with me, Your Highness.
Yes, I can.
The movie opens with narration about a secretly adopted odd creature that the US Army and a group of paranormal investigators retrieved during a covert mission off the shores of Scotland in 1944 with the codename Hellboy. 11 years later, a young Hellboy begs his father, the professor, to read him a bedtime tale. The story is about an ancient war between humans and mystical beings. King Balor, ruler of the elfin race, ordered the forging of the Golden Army, nearly 5,000 indestructible mechanical soldiers, to stand against mankind's endless greed. A goblin blacksmith created a magical crown, granting royal bloodlines command over the army. When another war with humans erupted, the Golden Army slaughtered them mercilessly. Realizing his terrible mistake, King Balor regretted it and declared a truce. He broke the crown into 3 parts, 1 for humans and 2 for himself. Humans kept the cities, while elves controlled the forests. But Balor's son, Nuada, rejected mankind's promises. He went into exile, vowing to return when his people needed him, leaving the Golden Army dormant. In the present, an albino swordsman reveals himself as Prince Nuada, finally ending his exile. He is joined by a monstrous ally, Mr. Wink, who pledges loyalty. Meanwhile, an auction sells rare artifacts, including the human's fragment of the crown. Nuada and Mr. Wink storm in, unleashing terrifying creatures to kill everyone before seizing the crown piece.
You can't just...
I am Prince Nuada, Silver Lance's son.
Who are you, sir? Security! Call security!
At the Bureau for Paranormal Research and Defense, Agent Manning shows photos of Hellboy in public to Abe Sapien, complaining that Hellboy is deliberately exposing their secret agency and making his job harder. Abe explains Hellboy's rocky relationship with Liz, saying their couple's tension might be causing his reckless actions. Right then, Hellboy crashes through a wall, irritating Liz with his messiness and laziness. As Liz tries to talk with him, the alarm rings, cutting their discussion short. Later, Manning bribes Hellboy with Cuban cigars to stay low-key while they investigate the auction massacre. At the scene, they find no survivors. Abe scans the area with special gear and discovers boxes stamped with a royal seal, only sent during wartime.
Both boxes have the royal seal. Only...
Red? We have company.
Suddenly, Abe senses they're not alone. Small winged monsters reveal themselves. He identifies them as tooth fairies, vicious creatures that consume bones, organs, and especially teeth. Using his psychic touch to track them, Abe accidentally touches Liz's belly and discovers she's pregnant, shocking her. Before they can process it, a swarm of tooth fairies attacks. Liz ignites her fire powers, torching them, while Abe hides upstairs. Hellboy, being stubborn, refuses to take cover. Liz's flames blast him out a window, where he lands in the open, exposing himself to the public and the press. Instead of hiding, Hellboy enjoys the attention, while Manning panics as the Bureau is now exposed to the world. Elsewhere, Nuada and Mr. Wink go to meet King Balor. Nuada refuses to lay down his weapon, and even threatens a guard, until his twin sister Nuala intervenes. Meanwhile, Hellboy watches news reports about himself, proud that the world now knows him unaware. Liz has taken several hidden pregnancy tests, all positive. She feels frustrated, hating the unwanted stares that make her feel abnormal. Manning interrupts to tell Hellboy Washington is assigning a new agent to the Bureau because of his impulsive actions, which Hellboy isn't happy about. Back in the Elfin Kingdom, Nuada finally reunites with King Balor. The king still favors peace with humans, despite their destructive progress. But Nuada argues humans' greed will never end, and will soon wipe out all mystical creatures. Nuala supports their father, wanting the Golden Army to remain asleep. King Balor gives Nuada one last chance to reconsider, but Nuada refuses, forcing his father to order his death. Outnumbered, Nuada still slaughters Balor's guards with flawless swordplay. Then fatally stabs his father. As Balor turns to stone, Nuada seizes the second crown fragment, while Nuala escapes with the last piece. Meanwhile, everyone at the Paranormal Bureau gathers to welcome their incoming agent Johan, the leading expert in ectoplasmic studies. He comes highly endorsed by the European liaison, though strangely, there are no records of his photos or fingerprints. He's not human. He's an unusual being contained in a suit shaped like a man, filled with raw ectoplasmic energy, explaining why he's unmatched in his field. The group shows Johan the corpse of a tooth fairy and the royal seal stamped on the boxes. Johan injects it with ectoplasmic energy, reviving the creature briefly for examination. The revived fairy screeches, and though its speech is only chatter, Johan understands and translates it. The creature recalls the sounds of old troll dialects and other trading tongues. Johan explains that it originates from the fabled troll market, a hidden gathering place for mystical beings. He then reabsorbs the ectoplasmic essence back into his suit and informs the team that legends place the troll market beneath the Brooklyn Bridge. Leading them there, Johan provides special time dilation glasses that expose illusions created by magical creatures. Once they wear the glasses, they encounter a beast known as a Fragluwump, which disguises itself as an elderly woman. Johan sternly orders Hellboy not to stop the creature from eating cats, but Hellboy's stubbornness leads him to disobey.
How did you see me?
We're looking for the entrance to the troll market. Any clues?
I'll take you there.
Come on.
Agent Sherman, we are going into the troll market.
They use a canary to frighten the Fragglewump, forcing it to guide them to the proper entrance of the troll market. When it mocks them and refuses to open the door, Hellboy hurls it down the hallway with a punch. Johan is irritated but calmly approaches the door, opening it by unleashing his ectoplasmic form. Inside, Hellboy is thrilled, surrounded by magical beings. He finally feels like he belongs. While exploring, Abe notices a hooded figure with the royal seal and decides to follow quietly. Johan questions locals who reveal the tooth fairies were purchased in New Jersey. When he displays the royal seal, the creatures grow fearful and tell him to leave, refusing further answers. Hellboy then intervenes, striking one of them, causing a stir. Another, not wanting trouble, agrees to talk. He tells Hellboy that Prince Nuada bought the tooth fairies and is preparing for war against humanity. Elsewhere, the hooded figure is revealed as Princess Nuala. She shows her royal seal bracelet to a creature, who hands her a map left by King Balor. The map marks the secret resting place of the Golden Army. At that moment, Abe enters the shop, where Nuala questions whether her brother Nuada sent him after her. She touches Abe's hand, revealing that she shares his psychic gift. As they connect minds, Mr. Wink bursts in to seize her. Nuala quickly escapes with Abe's encouragement, while he distracts Mr. Wink. Hellboy arrives soon after, giving Abe and Nuala time to flee.
Get out of here, Blue. wouldn't do that if I were you.
Abe later returns with Nuala and Johann, urging everyone to retreat quickly, since Hellboy's chaos has blown their cover. News of Mr. Wink's death spreads instantly, enraging Nuada. Meanwhile, Nuala explains to the team that she holds the final fragment of her father's crown and a cylinder from the royal library containing the Golden Army's location. Johann asks her to surrender the crown piece, but she refuses, saying her father sacrificed his life to preserve the peace with humans. Johann is hesitant about bringing the princess back to the Paranormal Bureau because of strict rules and protocols. Suddenly, Nuada appears, furious over losing his loyal companion, and drops a tiny seed into the sewer water. In moments, a colossal tentacled monster rises from beneath the streets. Hellboy swaps his famous Samaritan revolver for a massive 6-barreled minigun nicknamed Big Baby. Before charging into the fight, he spots a baby trapped in a car. Johann instructs him to aim for the creature's head, so Hellboy bravely tosses the infant into the air, reloads quickly, and prepares to fire.
What are you waiting for? Look at it. The last of its kind. This is what you wanted, isn't it? You have more in common with us than with them.
Nuada urges Hellboy to spare the creature, claiming it's the last of its species. After a moment's pause, Hellboy finally pulls the trigger and kills it. As it dies, the creature spreads its beauty across the streets. Nuada vanishes, while angry humans mock Hellboy, blaming him for endangering a child. Liz rushes to his side, defending him and pointing out that he saved their lives. But the crowd hurls insults, calling him a freak, and even throw a rock at his face. Enraged, Liz ignites her flames. Back home, Hellboy questions Liz about why people see him that way. Instead of answering, Liz tells him she needs space and is leaving for a while. Hellboy fears he's ruined their relationship and begs her to stay, but Liz tells him to decide what he truly values: the world's approval, or hers, before walking away. Meanwhile, Nuala explains to Abe that she shares a psychic bond with Nuada, meaning her brother will always be able to track her down. She asks Abe why he insisted she come to the Bureau, and he admits that perhaps he feels a connection to her too. They exchange tender words, confessing they've never met anyone like one another, and Nuala retreats to her room with a shy smile. Later, Johann confronts Hellboy in the locker room, demanding he follow orders. When Hellboy ignores him, Johann brings up the professor, revealing that the professor actually designed his containment suit. Hellboy becomes enraged, but Johann doesn't back down, confident he could defeat Hellboy in a fight. Johann tells him his greatest weakness is his temper. True enough, Hellboy loses control and smashes Johann's helmet, releasing his ectoplasmic form. The energy overwhelms Hellboy. Battering him around the room until Johann reasserts control, warning him to get a grip on himself. That evening, Hellboy visits Abe's room, hearing him listening to romantic songs. He realizes Abe has fallen for Nuala, and the two drink together, singing along while sharing their love troubles. At that moment, Nuala senses that Nuada has tracked her down. She burns the cylinder and parchment containing the Golden Army's location, and secretly hides the crown fragment inside one of Abe's books. While drinking, Abe is about to reveal to Hellboy why Liz has been acting differently, but Liz wakes and interrupts before he can tell her secret.
What's going on with...
Elsewhere, Nuada sneaks into the Bureau, steals the cylinder, and searches for the missing crown piece. Nuala pulls an emergency lever to alert everyone. Nuada seizes her as a hostage, just as Abe and Hellboy rush in. Abe warns Hellboy not to hurt Nuada, since any injury to the prince would be felt by Nuala too. Furious, Hellboy can do little more than dodge his attacks.
Princess!
Nuada demands the crown piece, but Nuala refuses. In anger, he drives his enchanted spear into Hellboy. Before leaving with his sister, Nuada orders Abe to find the crown fragment and bring it to him, or else both Hellboy and Nuala will die. Attempts to remove the spear fail, as each effort drives it closer to Hellboy's heart. In agony, Hellboy admits to Liz that she means more to him than anything. Meanwhile, Abe discovers the final crown piece hidden in his book. Studying King Balor's map, the team learns that the Golden Army lies in Northern Ireland. Liz wants to rush there to heal Hellboy, but Johan and Manning refuse, preferring to let Hellboy die rather than risk awakening the army. Outraged, Liz lashes out at Johan's coldness. Abe keeps the crown piece for himself and sides with Liz, insisting they take Hellboy out of there. Just before they leave, Johan steps in. To their surprise, he offers his help. Handing Abe a pair of rings, he confesses that he once lost the woman he loved, and he won't let Liz lose the man she loves. As they reach Northern Ireland, a goblin greets them and offers to guide them to the Golden Army, in return for the spearhead stuck in Hellboy's chest.
Want that?
No, you can't take it out.
I have a favor to ask you.
The goblin then leads them to a strange winged being, the Angel of Death. The Angel of Death calls them by their true names, revealing that he has been waiting for this moment. He doesn't care if Hellboy survives or not, but warns Liz that if Hellboy lives, it will bring doom to Earth. Even though she's told she'll suffer the most, Liz still chooses Hellboy. The Angel of Death removes the spearhead and tells her to give Hellboy a reason to keep living. Liz leans close and whispers to him that he's going to be a father, leaving him stunned. The goblin breaks the moment and takes the group into the main chamber of the Golden Army, where Nuada stands with his hostage.
Here we are.
Lizard Man throws the final piece of the crown to Nuada, ignoring Nuala and the team's warning, hoping it will free her. But Nuada puts the crown on and betrays them, awakening the Golden Army. Despite their strong effort to destroy the mechanical warriors, the army proves unstoppable. Hellboy then thinks of a bold solution. He challenges Nuada for control over the Golden Army. Nuada argues Hellboy has no royal claim, but Nuala reveals that Hellboy is indeed of royal blood, son of the Fallen One, and therefore the challenge must be accepted. Nuada tosses Hellboy a sword and keeps his spearhead, beginning the fight between the two royal heirs for command of the Golden Army. They clash across the chamber until Hellboy gains the upper hand. Yet, he refuses to kill Nuada, knowing it would also end his twin sister's life. As Hellboy walks away with the crown, Nuada tries to stab him from behind, but suddenly collapses in agony. Nuala has pierced her own heart, sacrificing herself to stop her brother's war against humans. With fading breath, Nuada asks Hellboy to choose between his people and the humans. At the same time, Lizard Man runs to Nuala and confesses his true feelings, but she dies without returning them, and turns to stone along with her brother. With both twins gone, Liz takes the crown from Hellboy and melts it before it can corrupt him. The Golden Army sinks back into endless sleep as the crown is destroyed. By now, Manning and the other Bureau agents have caught up to them. When Manning demands answers, Hellboy, Liz, and Lizard Man turn in their belts, resigning from the Bureau. Hellboy retrieves his Samaritan gun, and he and Liz move into their own place to prepare for the baby. In the final scene, Liz stops Hellboy and raises 2 fingers, revealing she's carrying twins. Hellboy can only stare in disbelief and amazement.